What's the top priority of the Home Office at the moment?
Well, the top priority is to support the Home Secretary, and his priorities are to stop the boats, to support the police, to cut crime, and to protect the British people.
So, the top priority, as set out in the annual report and accounts in September, to quote you in the foreword, is to stop the boats. Mm-hmm. It is. Okay. Who is the independent inspectorate that is most relevant to that top priority?
Well, David Neal would be the independent
Chief Inspector of Immigration and Borders. When did you last have a formal meeting with David Neal?
The second permanent secretary now, Simon.
You.
I can't remember.
You've never met.
I have met him, but I can't remember when the last.
You've never had a formal meeting with David Neal, have you, Sir Matthew?
It's possible I've never had a formal meeting with him, but I'm
it's
not.
Not only possible; it is the case, isn't it?
I mean, if you say so. I mean, I have met him, and I know who he is, and I know that the second permanent secretary, Simon, now is responsible for holding that relationship.
You are the top civil servant in charge of the Home Office. You have identified in the annual report to which you have written the foreword, and in your comments just now, that the top priority of your department is to stop the boats, and the responsibility for overseeing how that has been done is with the Chief Inspector that you have chosen never to meet. Correct?
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't put it like that, and I think I would put it that the structure of the Home Office is such that we have a second permanent secretary, Simon Ridley, whose job is migration and borders, and that is the totality of what
your
Simon
job
does,
is also migration and
my
borders.
My job is migration and borders plus policing plus
Ridley.
Homeland Security.
You are the top civil servant in the department, so you might be expected to show an above-average interest in the top priority of that department, for whom the top inspector you have never met formally. That is the situation, isn't it?
I have a very high level of interest in the Home Office's top priority, so much so that I and we have recruited a second permanent secretary whose sole job is migration and borders. And we also have a fairly structured system of relationship management, so that important people such as David Neal know who their point of contact is in the Home Office, and in his case it is the second permanent secretary and the immigration minister, and he has formal meetings with those people very regularly.
So if David Neal had requested to meet you as part of his role, you would have agreed to meet him?
I'd be absolutely delighted to meet him.
So why haven't you responded to his request to meet you?
Because the second permanent secretary and the immigration minister meet him very regularly.
So you're not delighted to meet him?
I mean, I would be delighted to meet him. I meet lots of people. I think that the clarity of the ownership of the
in your formal role as the top civil servant in the Home Office, because you haven't responded to his request for a meeting in all the time he's been in office, and now his contract is not being renewed.
I believe in clarity of accountability and clarity of relationship management, and in this case we put a very clear mechanism in place after a lot of thought about who was best to hold that relationship. It actually went up from the Director General for Migration, which is this relationship the situation that I inherited, and we moved it up to the second permanent secretary.
So which minister would be most relevant to meeting David Neal?
Would be most
relevant to meeting
the immigration minister.
Right. The previous Home Secretary met David Neal, but you didn't.
Yes.
Right. So it's nothing to do with lines of accountability, really, is it? You've just chosen not to.